today, starting a new one. This is one where that's a brand new billboard that was put up. But they left all this dirt out here where they dug out to put it in there. So the owner of the billboard and the property asked us to come out here and spread all this out. So we're going to backfill around the concrete there around it and have everything sloped. And then you've got a couple low spots here we're going to fill in so that all the water just kind of runs down the hill, because when they work on these things they bring in big trucks and cranes and stuff like that, and they need this to kind of stay dry so they don't sink in it and mire up and whatnot. So we're going to clean all this up today, and that's what we got in store. There's a big section of this down there that wasn't used or got cut or whatever, but we're not hauling that off or anything, and that's what we got going. So we're loaded up, got to go unload, and Walker's on his way with the tractor, and we're going to have both pieces of equipment out here today working on getting this graded out for him. Utilities, you guys are getting shook to death over here. I see utilities out here, so we got to be extra careful. We're talking about major utilities, but we're not digging, we're just grading all this stuff out. That's the good part. Low spot right down in here, so I'm just going to start pushing dirt down this way and get this graded in the right direction. We'll be able to move more material when I get the tractor here. We got the box blade and both of us going at the same time. Definitely going to have to that looks like a line of some sort right there. That does not look like a root. I hate these roots that look like they're a line. None of these lines should be on the surface here where I'm simply just blading it off. grading bucket on for this because it just moves more material, and that's more what we're doing is grading rather than digging. Fill as much of that in with dirt as possible because that in with dirt as possible. If I can do that, then it's not going to settle as much. That's just concrete that's left over from where they poured this over here, and eventually decay, and then you're still end up with low spots again. So I'll start some boring stuff, just slinging dirt. Instead of downhill, it's all got to get covered. I like to leave the bucket out, but this thing's so light in the rear end. You swing it out wide too fast with this bucket with a full load, you're gonna come up a little bit. Try not to mess up his nice new billboard here. Handling the dirt twice. I know that's something I really try not to do, but I'm just transferring it over there kind of on the and around the billboard, and then I'll shape it up when I'm closer to it. Hey, would it be easier for you to park on the other side of the road? I need to get a 36-inch digging bucket. Tractor gal dropping off some Starbucks for us. It's inefficient to bring it all the way in like we are, like I am there. I always want to kind of, it reduces my cycle time, leave it out as far as I can and not bring it in, but you can really feel this thing rocking pretty hard. said, this kind of goes, I try to do my best to not touch material more than one time, and sometimes that's just not possible. Stuff in the truck that I'll get closer to the sign with. Well, I'll say this: the customer is not always right. I don't know how much of that you can actually have heard. He paid me to come out here and grade this, and now he says he wants the concrete exposed. And I advise him against it because this is going to be a low spot right here for water to collect. And then he wanted to get bent out of shape because I'm not questioning the guy, I'm just advising him. I'm like, hey, I can do that, no problem, but you know, what's going to end up happening is he's going to get dirt and silt is going to wash down here, and he's still going to have grass grow right here. So the only thing I can do, I think I can, I might berm up and kind of make a swale over there and try to do what I can to divert the water down that way. Because everything on this property slopes down to this point right here. That's higher on this side, you know. And what I already had a cut where I had it graded all the way from the top all the way down there to let the water go down there, and was going to do it on this side, and but that's what he wants, and I will put it on there that I advised against it. He chose to do it anyway. And so when he wants to complain, when they get a heavy rain and all this stuff comes down here and he's got a big mushy mess down here, break out where we sat there and talked about it, and I told him wouldn't recommend doing it. Well, that's a wrap for today. We had that big pile of dirt there, and we backfilled this ditch. So there was a ditch there. We kind of raked all that dirt over in there and spread it out and tracked it in so water could flow downhill. We moved a lot of dirt up there at the entrance where they were sinking coming in and kind of graded that all out. There was a low spot right there where the excavator's sitting. So we filled that with dirt, and we made all this grade come down the hill and stay on this side of the billboard. I bermed up a little bit. I had originally covered that, and then we cleared it off, and I just bermed that up so any water would come down and go around it. And then I cut a little lip right there so water on the concrete can run off and go down the hill, and the same on the other side. But so we used a lot of this dirt and tracked that up there with the tractor and bladed that all in, and then I just used the excavator and kind of raked out what I could and bladed everything in. But it's a little bit steep right there. I used my bucket for a counterweight right in there because I was track uphill, and so I stuck my bucket out while I was blading it to kind of give me a little bit of counterbalance. But you know, he just wanted this kind of graded out that a skid steer with a forestry mulcher could get on here and maintain it for him. So he'll probably be 2 or 3 years from now, he'll pay somebody with a forestry mulching head to come down through here with a skid steer. And basically I kind of told him, I said, if that top heavy machine can track up and down this without any issues, then a skid steer with a forestry mulching head ought to be able to zip back and forth on here. So they'll be able to, it's nice and smooth, there's no low spots. I mean, you got some rolling type stuff, but everything drains downhill. So we're loading up, got the tractor on the truck already, get ready to strap that in, and I'm getting ready to hop on the Mini and load that up on the trailer, and we're gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good one.